Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning into another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Justin Allen. I'm here with my buddy, Moses Wartooth, and today we have a very special guest, Casey Muze, man, therapist. You are our first therapist on the show, man.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Thanks for coming on, man. I know it was a little bit of a drive, man. It took you like an hour and a half to get down here, man.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Did. I know if I was on the other side of Tyler, I might have turned you down.
I don't blame you on that. Because going through Tyler's bad.
Well, that's an extra 25 minutes to the drive easily.
Yeah.
Luckily, I hang out in Flint, and so I could just get on the highway and shoot down as opposed to driving through Tyler and then making my way down here. But yeah, man, it was all right. It was a pretty drive, right?
Very scenic, right?
Yeah, man, a lot of trees.
A lot of trees.
Some more trees.
Some cows.
Yeah, a barn every now and then. Some hay bales. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Dude, so our mutual friend, Grant Menzies, man, got us in contact with each other. You know, owner of Puff and Stuff out in Nacogdoches. We interviewed him a couple episodes back, man. And I asked him, I was like, hey, you got any interesting people doing good stuff in the community? And he threw your name out there.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. I love some Grant Menzies. It's my homie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we've been locked in for a minute.
So let me ask you, man, how long have you been a therapist?
Yeah, so, man, that's a complicated question to answer because I don't know. Because by licensure, there is no licensure underneath the state of Texas for me being a therapist. And so how this works is I have been christened by community in Tyler, Texas, and in Lufkin, Texas, and in Nacogdoches, Texas, and in Longview, Texas. Everywhere else in East Texas really doesn't truly exist because you just kind of hang out on the side. But I do get co-signed from them too. So I am essentially a music therapist.
Okay.
Right.
And that's why I want to talk to you, because you're not a standard run-of-the-mill generic, what people would think of traditional therapist.
No.
By any means.
Although there's a lot of legs that are attached to my ability to provide traditional trauma talk therapy.
Yeah.
But backing up a little bit, so specifically, like I truly specialize in what's called the bilateral approach, and I'll explain that a little bit, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Yeah, I got it. For sure.
New terms here.
So the other word that's part of it, right, when I said bilateral cognitive earlier, right? And so what that means is I specialize in a form of music therapy that is rhythm specific. Which essentially means I travel around the whole entire world carrying hand drums with me wherever I go, because what bilateral means is we are connecting the left side of your brain with the right side of your brain, right? So for cognitive functioning, and so fun fact, right? The left side of your brain is the eyes and nose, right? Yeah. The more logical, analytical, right? Do this, do that, right? Kind of the what's called behavioral synthesis portion of it, right? The right side of your brain is the more spatial, creative thinking, analytical approach to the gray area that exists between the I's and the O's, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm following you.
So all of that allows me to serve specifically the special needs population. So I do a lot of work with school districts and partner with them to provide a space of emotional regulation, knowing how to identify emotions, knowing how to problem solve, knowing how to release efficiently. And what I mean release efficiently is move slowly. We do a lot of breath work, right? We do a lot of intentionality and saying the right things and asking the right questions, right? So I do a lot of work with the neurodivergent population. So have a lot of autism, Down syndrome, ADD, ADHD.
And when you say neurodivergent, like that is, to me, from my understanding, because I'm not trained in anything in therapy, psychology, anything like that. Yeah. That's kind of a new term that's being used for people with like intellectual disabilities.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's exactly
just making sure we're on the same page.
It's exactly what it is. Now it's kind of blanketed and umbrellaed as 6 specific diagnoses of the autism, Down syndrome, ADD, as well as ADHD, dyslexia, and dysgraphia, right? And I kind of throw in the ODD, oppositional defiant disorder, within it as well, because there's a lot of cognitive reflexes that exist there that I work with, right? Because when you're dealing with ADD and ADHD, you also have a lot of clientele that have ODD, right? Oppositional defiant disorder.
Yeah.
So I do that population. I also do the early childhood education population, which means I sit a lot in daycare situations and give a drumming interactive service. So I'll do a whole entire daycare in the span of like an hour to an hour and a half.
Dude, where were you at? Like, where were you at when I was going through daycare? Like, this sounds like an awesome time, man.
I was probably going through daycare myself. Yeah, but I'll do the whole entire daycare, and I'll rotate somewhere between 8 to 10 kids at a time. I'll do 10 to 15 minute sessions.
And it's all music based, right?
It's all rhythm based.
Yeah.
So it's just all hand drums, right? And so I'll guide them through bilateral exercises of loud and quiet and sensory immersive. So like looking at different colors and patterns and just rights and lefts and all the things. It's super cool. Right?
So will you explain like what the session actually entails? Like, so did they have anything that they're interacting with as well, or are they watching
have drums.
you? Okay, so it's one
drums.
group.
Yeah,
okay.
They have drums, and so it'll be like I'll bring all the drums in, and I'll bring all the vision boards in that they need to look at optical. So I often say this is what this looks like, this is what this feels like, and this is what this sounds like, because it's very important for me. It's sensory immersive, right? And so I do my absolute best to add tactile sensation to all the things that I do, visual, optical sensation to everything that I do, right? It's like whenever I go walk in, I'll say, turn your ears on, and I'll go. Then I'll go, turn your eyes on, and I'll go, and I'll go real slow.
Really?
Really slow, because a lot of times whenever they come in and they're all high energy, right? And I like to advocate for them toning themselves down.
Okay.
Right? So I'll go slow, I'll go, and I'll play with different pitches. I'll go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All through the scale, right?
It's really sensory.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you kind of started calming me down for a second.
Yeah.
Doing that, I was like, all right.
Nah, man, it's super cool, right? And I was taking my ring off because, like, the patterns of drumming get really sensitive too and really specific, right? So, like, we'll do counts of 4, right? But we'll do 4 of them. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. But then we'll add an accent, which means I'm gonna play louder on one note, only one note, right?
Yeah.
So we'll do swinging accents, which means I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then on 3, 1, 2, 3, then on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when you get to repeat it, you'll go 4, 1, 2. And that part always is, it's like,
it's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, even before that, magic happens. But when you get to that part where you have to go 4, 1, man, it's like fight or flight.
Really?
Dang, man.
Yeah. And so, but like, there's many examples of things like that, right? So instead of saying the numbers, then we'll say colors: red, orange, blue, green. But they have to say the color: red, orange, blue, green, red, orange, blue.
Yeah.
All the way back through.
So they're using multiple, like, they're physically doing things, they're actively saying things, they're using multiple parts of the brain at once to try to combine, and
they're looking at it the whole time. Yeah. Now, super cool. And then I also do, so there's 3 different drumming programs. I have Percussion Pals, which is the ECE in daycares. I have Trap Learning, which is the rhythm arts project learning that I provide, that is for the neurodivergent population.
Yeah.
I have Percussion Pathways for dementia and elders.
Okay. Oh, so you like span age range.
Yeah,
like,
so the trap learning and the Percussion Pathways also is transversal to trauma care for veterans for PTSD, right? So it also...
Well, get in line, buddy, because it's like we're both veterans. So, like, here you go.
Right?
Like, you know.
So I also cater to that demographic as well, right? Yeah, and also substance use because of trauma, right? So
Get in line once again. Let's keep doing this.
Yeah, so I also do a lot of public speaking talks and endeavors about trauma and the emotional capturing of memories connected to trauma for the frontal cortex and a whole bunch of other really geeky, nerdy things that I love to talk about, right? But
yeah, I know I make jokes, man, but like, no, it's really cool what you do.
Yeah, no,
like, I mean, it's like actually like really cool. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, I've liked every guest we've ever had on the show, but you're probably the most unique one.
God allowed me to travel a journey that was different, man. I don't really know. It's crazy. Yeah.
So how did you get into all this, man? Like, when were you like, because I mean, it's like, you know, I know tons of people that want to get a degree in psychology, or they want to be a therapist, or a counselor, or whatever it may be. But I've never met, no one has crossed my path like you that's been like, I'm going to incorporate music and rhythm into what I do, my percussion instruments, right? So where did this spark for you? Where did this kind of come from? Because you have a background as a musician already, right?
Yeah, so I have some bullet points that I typically lace and talk about really adamantly are when I was 2, my mom, I drug out pots and pans.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, no, Casey, you can't play these pots and pans, my mom said, these are yours to play for an hour every single day. Now, as a parent, looking at that, I'm like, that was a huge sacrifice of annoying the crap out of my mom.
Your sanity.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And for her to be willing to commit to that.
And I'll tell you this, man, I've been playing guitar for a little over 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I was growing up as a teenager, I started when I was 13. That 5 years I lived at home learning how to play guitar.
Yeah, no.
They dealt with a lot. That's all I'm saying, man.
For sure. But she often speaks of what she saw in my awareness of looking at the pot and the pan, and I was taking my hand and guiding it and playing with the dampening of the pot and the resonance and the ring, and then the fact that you can modulate from pitch to pitch to pitch of the outward resonance that it exists in the air. And so I was doing things like that at the age of 2. So she was like,
yeah, she saw that and was like, need to let him run with this.
Yeah, she said, I want you to explore, right? So that, and then I kept playing drums or percussion all my life after that. I mean, there were parts of my life where I didn't play so much, but I kept playing something percussively, right?
Yeah.
And then when I got into junior high, I joined band, and that formal training and formal experience started there, right? And then I went to school for music production and sound engineering, studied music theory through that. And then I came back home to Longview. Holy crap, came back home to Longview.
It's all full circle, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. I call it the East Texas black hole, dude. It just sucks you back in.
I sometimes say people should just take East Texas and tip it over and let it fall into the water. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody. I know some of you are diehard East Texas. We can still have a conversation. I promise I still love you. I hope that you still love me. But yeah, so then I went into substance abuse work and did co-occurring disorders for everybody that I counseled had a mental health disorder.
So when you go into substance abuse, are you just dealing with teenagers? Or are you dealing with adults? Or are you dealing with prisoners? I mean, like, is it everything?
So there's been seasons of all of that. I did 2 years, starting off, I did my first 2 years doing prison work of substance use, so residential prison work. I did the next 6 years doing adolescent substance use treatment for outpatient. I did the next 3 years doing residential adult substance use work.
Okay.
So cover the gambit. I got it.
Which one did you prefer?
Neither one. I say neither one. I mean, I'm not speaking negatively or positively about it, right? Yeah. It's just I don't prefer either one of them more so over the other.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just different in their own way.
Yeah.
So you did mention, you said you did outpatient adolescent. Mm-hmm. So these are kids who went to rehab.
Some of them are probationers that get referred to us by probation. Some of them have mental health diagnoses that get referred to us by some mental health professional. Some of them are CPS cases that get referred to us by their CPS worker.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. So some of them are returning from residential that we've sent to residential.
That's got to be tough, man. You're dealing with like a 16-year-old kid, and it's like, oh, you just spent 45 days in a rehab facility, or you came referred. Like, I mean, you're dealing with a kid.
Well, or they just spent like 45 days in juvenile detention, or like 10 days in juvenile detention, right? Or some of them come back from like state juvenile prison.
So let me ask you this, Casey. When it deals with like juveniles and them going down those roads, whatever it may be, they got in the legal system, however they ended up there, whatever it's drugs, breaking and entering, you name it, whatever it may be, right? When you look at them as a human being, is there a common factor that you've noticed amongst them all? Like, is it, it's just the dad isn't around, or it's a bad mother?
Like, product of environment?
Yeah. Or,
I mean, that is the common factor, but that alone is an umbrella. Because that umbrella has variations of dynamics, right? Like you have father, you have mother, you have lack of both physically, right? Maybe they have been in custody. Just different things, dude. Yeah. Didn't know this. Dad didn't teach him this. Mom didn't teach him this. ODD is a thing, right?
Yeah.
And so you have, and when I say ODD is a thing, I'm talking about oppositional defiant disorder, where you have the parent saying this but not modeling what they say.
Yeah.
And so causing that mental health barrier to happen because they're conflicted, right? I mean, I haven't said this yet. I often will tell people that as you get older, which this is kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but as you get older, and even with the kids, man, sometimes the best thing that you can do to heal yourself or to allow yourself to heal is forgive your parents for what they did not know, which is a deep conversation.
You trying to make me cry right now?
My bad. I mean, it's
good thing I got a therapist in the room, right?
It is. It's a very real statement. Yeah. It is. It is. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to forgive your parents for what they did not know because they did not know how to intervene sometimes.
And I came back from, I came from like a pretty rough like past, like for the most part. And dude, I'm telling you, around the age of 30, that hit me like a ton of bricks. And then once I was like, I just let it go. I was like, they were kids. They didn't even know what they were doing.
Yes. Listen. Yeah. It's relatable with me as well, right? Like me and my dad are not so cool.
Yeah.
Right. Also, like sometimes I look at like, even though I'll give my mom all the praise in the world, there are some things that I'm like, why did she not? Why did she do? Right. Yeah. But I'll still like, to God be the glory for it all. Right.
Yeah.
Like, even to the end, like even with my dad. Right. Like, the reason why I'm in as good a shape as I am right now at 38 is because he told me to do push-ups and sit-ups every day.
Yeah, when you walked into the studio, I was like, this guy's in shape, man. I'm sitting here with, like, my dad bod because Moses works out, too, and I'm over here just looking like a bloated sack.
We're going to have to get some push-ups in.
That's right.
Yeah. No, he did, man. Like, I do, this is crazy. I tell people this, and they're like, no, you don't. I do 500 a day.
What?
Dang, okay, yeah, I withdraw.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if I can do 5.
I do 500 a day. I really do.
How long have you been doing that for?
I go in seasons.
Okay.
But I will always do at least 150 a day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In this season of my life, I have been doing 500 a day for the last 7 or 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got some yard work that needs to be done, too. Sure. If you want to work out, you can help me out with that.
I do. That many. I do a lot of burpees. I do some core work with it. But yeah.
And that just came from your dad.
The inspiration came from my dad, right? The start of it came with my dad, right? Yeah. Like he made sure that the 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups a night when I was a kid were the father and son bonding time.
Yeah.
So he did that cool. with me every single night when I was a kid. And so whenever I was in elementary school, I was doing push-ups and sit-ups every single day. Whenever I was in junior high, I was doing push-ups and sit-ups. outside of my workout of being in athletics. That's what I would do.
Damn.
That just became a part of your life.
Yeah. There was a season that I stopped, and my mom looked at me and she said, "What you doing?" I said, "You gonna take me to academy so I can go get a bike?" She took me to academy so I can go get a bike, and it was last time I was ever out of shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, man. So you've been to the gauntlet a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
So, with therapy, man, was there ever like a moment when you were growing up where you were like, "This is kind of what I want to do"?
No.
Really?
No.
Because most people we talk to, they're like, "Yeah, I've known like this is what I want to do." I think it's kind of all bullshit. To be quite honest with you, I think.
No, I didn't know, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So how did you fall into the
I still
position?
don't know.
Still
like
trying to figure that out.
said, man, the community be like, Casey's a therapist. I don't know, dude. It was a God
so
thing,
people
bro.
started talking to you, and then you were like, maybe this is what I need to be doing.
No. What happened was, I love drums, but I understood drums so deeply and so biologically and so cognitively before anything else. Like even when I was, so my mom is a longtime educator as well, right? So a lot of it I get from her. She did speech pathology, and so a lot of her speech pathology work is with Down syndrome and autism before neurodivergency was the thing that exists.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you just call them special needs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so watching that as a kid, I connected a lot of dots with drumming, and so she actually used bilateral work before I even knew that I was doing bilateral work. Like, I posted something on Facebook one day about like a whole blog about bilateral work, which I do often. I blog often. So if you guys ever want to know random things about me,
sure, yeah, man. Hey, you want to plug it right now, man? We'll tag it in.
I mean, the website is CaseyMuze.com. Go to the blog.
It's pretty
CaseyMuze.com. Let me tell you again, CaseyMuze.com. And then the blog, you can get to it, all the things, right? But I wrote a blog about bilateral, blah, blah, blah. And then a friend of my mom's childhood friend, like I saw her when I grew up, and she was like, "Casey, your mom learned all this for you when you were a kid because she understood that your learning style was different."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
that's actually really cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was really just a lot of dots that connected, dude. And then I woke up one day and I was a damn music therapist.
Stars aligned, man.
I kid you not, bro. I woke up one day and I said, "Shit,
yeah,
I'm a music therapist."
So you had a passion, and then it kind of everything else just kind of went into place, and then it kind of just kept rolling and developing into what it is now.
Yeah, man, it's a God thing, dude.
I was gonna say that doesn't seem to happen for a lot of people. That's awesome.
It is such a God thing, man. Like I kid you not, it really is. Like all of it, I started in Nacogdoches, Texas, doing drum circles on the side of the street, on Main Street and something or another, right? Like there's a sign that says one way that is so monumental for me because that's the corner, the old Godtail building. Yeah. That's the corner,
exactly
right?
What you're talking about.
And now when people say, "Will you do this for me?" And I ask them, "Is this outside?" Because I can't do drum circles because drum circles is not a thing that's therapeutic. I can do a drum interactive, but it has to be inside. And this is why, right? So, yeah, and that's really what happened. Is it started in Nacogdoches, Texas, and it's grown from there. Because what happened is, fun fact, when I lived in Dallas, Texas, I ended up leaving the school for music production, and I ended up being signed to an independent music level, and then I ended up and then going back home, and then went through some mental health crisis, and I was like, dude, I got to do music for the people and not just for myself. Self-serving anymore, right? And so I did intentionally search for that difference, but I didn't know what it looked like. Yeah. And this is what it ended up looking like.
Dude, that's an awesome story. I'm sorry. Like, that's a cool story, man.
That's
holy
what happened,
shit.
Dude. I didn't know. I didn't plan it. None of this was planned. I didn't wake up one day and say, "I'm going to be a music therapist." Yeah. None of that happened, bro. No. I was just following a path of God and knowing that I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm a pretty religious guy, man, and I'm not gonna say I believe in destiny, because I do believe in free will, but I do believe there's an overall arc that will happen, one way or another. And you can either be on board with it or not, but certain things are going to happen in this timeline, in this physical universe we occupy.
But
man.
eventually, it's in your best interest to get on board.
That's right. Yeah.
Just get on board. I mean, I said no for the longest time.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I was like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, I was like, I'm tired. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to therapy, how do you feel about the more traditional or like mainstream routes of, say, like CBT, like cognitive behavioral therapy, or like EMDR?
Yeah.
Compared to what you do.
Yeah. EMDR.
I'm not saying, I'm not discrediting one or the other.
Check it out. EMDR is a cousin to what I do. My wife is actually an EMDR trauma therapist.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. That's your next episode, huh?
Yeah. You want to come back? So, yeah, I'll see you next weekend. Let's do this, man.
I mean, maybe not next week.
Okay.
It's too much driving. But yeah, if you want to do that, we just
I'd love to talk. We'd love to talk to her, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, she's
because I find EMDR to be fascinating.
Nah, and she's got it, dude. She's so serene. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So my wife is an EMDR therapist. Love it. So EMDR is what I call the cousin to bilateral. Mm-hmm. They are very much related, right? Cognitive behavioral therapy is what I did a lot when I did substance abuse work. Yeah. I also use that in modality to some of the stuff that I still do. It's all true.
Yeah.
All of it. I love it all.
Yeah.
It all works. Yeah.
Because like sometimes, I've talked to people in the past where they're like, okay, like CBT is the way to go or EMDR is the way to go.
No, they're all the way to go. They're all the way to go because they all work individually for different clients. Stop that. Yeah. This is not Bloods and Crips and Capulets or the Montagues. No.
Yeah.
Shout out to Romeo and Juliet.
There you go.
Capulets and the Montagues. No, man. They're all truth.
Yeah.
They all are.
Well, I've always been a firm believer, like, if it works for you, then it's right.
Yeah. I can't tell you it's wrong.
Yeah. Tossing it back to the fitness stuff.
Yeah.
Like, everything works for different people. I can say bench press all day long, but it may not hit for you like it does for me.
Yeah, but if push-ups work for me, I can't tell you bench press is wrong.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you pull-ups are wrong.
Yeah. I don't want to do none of that, guys. So, I'm just telling you right now. Yeah. I'm cool with looking like 10 pounds of potatoes shoved in a 5-pound bag. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean,
I live a happy life.
Yeah, whatever works, man. And if it works, people need to mind their business.
Yeah.
And learn how to go back to minding their business because people used to mind their business, right?
That is a thing. I actually talked about it to Moses the other day, man. Yeah, like especially the younger generation, they want to be super nosy and dig into people's stuff. And I'm like, hey, like there was a point in time where you just did not do that.
Yeah. Now listen, they learn it from somewhere because sometimes the parents are teaching them by osmosis to be nosy, right? So we need to also get off this when I was younger or when I was coming up mess, right? Like stop that because really. They don't want to hear that, but then you want them to listen.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We're cutting them off, but they were giving them a fake invitation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stop. That's also why I do a mentoring program.
Damn, you do it, God. You're like Superman right now, dude. Like,
I forgot to talk about it. Man.
Well, now we're on it. Like, we're about 30 minutes into the show, so it's a good time.
It's called Crown the Call. It's for the young man of the world.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Spiritual principles and mental health all involved, dude.
So it has a focus on like Christianity kind of thing, or
it goes back to being a man of honor.
Okay.
And being a man of honor, whether you're a boy, whether you're a man, whether you're a young man, whether you're in college, whether you're in junior high. Like I go all the way down to elementary, dude. My youngest client in the program is 6.
Yeah.
Right? And so I teach principles of being true to who you need to be around other people and be honest. And that goes back to spiritual dynamics, but also there's a lot of mental health morality in it, right? Yeah, all encompassing, dude.
Dude, where were you?
When did you start that? I guess officially, because I feel like that's also one of those things that you probably were doing before you acknowledged that it was happening.
Yeah, no doubt. So Crowned and Called has been a thing, because that's the name of the program.
Yeah.
Right? Crowned and Called has been a thing for the last 2 years.
Okay.
Before that, it was simply called King Avenue, because all of my therapy is called Avenue Speak, right? So before that, it was called King Avenue. That was in existence 4 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
So really like 6 years.
Okay.
Dang. So where were you about 20 years ago, man? That's all I'm asking.
Just graduating high school.
Yeah, I went through a lot of shit. I could have used somebody like you in my life, that's for sure.
Yeah. 18. Yeah, 18. Yeah. I was just graduating high school at Pine Tree High School in Long Beach, Texas.
Dang, man.
So right now, are you primarily operating out of Tyler, or are you still traveling around, or what's your situation now?
Well, dude, I'm a national speaker now.
Oh, wow.
I just travel from state to state sometimes, too.
Awesome.
Yeah, my summers are mostly traveling and doing the mentorship.
Okay. Is that the summertime is the busier season?
Summertime is less busy because during the school year, I do a lot of partnerships with ISDs and schools and education spaces, right? So summertime is actually less busy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Dang,
dude.
You've been
traveling around, going to different schools, going all over the country. What area do you like the most as far as like is there any particular part that you're like, oh, I get to go back here, or?
My Colorado.
Really? Okay.
Broomfield, Colorado. Yeah, man. Love Broomfield, Colorado in general. So from Broomfield all the way north, where I can get to the mountains and just hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a cool spot.
Yeah, Colorado's amazing, man.
Yeah, that's a cool spot. Yeah. I visit there frequently because I have a nonprofit, 2 or 3 nonprofits that have me go speak.
Okay.
Quite often.
So in your travels, do you notice trends, especially, you're mentoring youth and stuff? Do you notice trends like, hey, like in this city, there's certain types of behavior, but that behavior is not exhibited in this city? Mm-hmm. Really?
Also, mental health diagnosis are really colloquial, individualized to this state versus that state versus this state versus that.
That's
state.
like,
not have guessed that.
If you look at like data analytics, that's a crazy trend to start looking at.
Yeah.
Also substance use. The trend of substance use also varies, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you have like fentanyl here, and then cocaine here, and Xanax here. Yeah.
Jeez, man. Well, now that we're talking about pills and stuff, that's a question I kind of want to get on with you. Okay. How do you feel about pharmaceuticals being used in mental health treatment?
Pharmaceuticals and mental health treatment?
Yeah, like if someone needs antidepressants.
Or like specifically SSRIs, I guess. Would be my question.
I would even say Adderall for like ADHD and stuff. And I mean, we can tackle it all if you want, Casey.
Good Lord, we can't.
We can't. It's too much.
We can't.
It's gonna blow up YouTube. Like it'll crash all the servers.
So blanketed, I will always advocate for holistic mental health care because I stand in the gap of holistic mental health care. That means you learn how to regulate your emotions and what is going on internally yourself. Now, if a medication, if an antidepressant is needed for a season so that you can lessen the effects or the side effects or what's going on, right? And then you are equipped then with the skills to be without, right? I'm with that. I'm with that team all day. I love that team. I'm on that side of the bandwagon for sure. Tooth and nail, right? SSRIs is a completely different conversation, right? But that's where I stand.
Yeah. I mean, I've known quite a bit of people. I mean, I think I know more people on SSRIs and antidepressants than not.
No doubt. Well, when you talk about SSRIs, like I'm looking at overall what demographic uses them more. So I'm looking at trauma. Right? I'm also looking at veterans, right? Because y'all know the score, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a medicine cabinet.
It's very real, right? It's very.
I mean,
real,
that was like the first thing.
But for me, like going through my own mental health trials and tribulations when I was living in Dallas, Texas, man, and learning, reflecting on what drumming was to me whenever I was younger and using it in the gap of my insanity, I would be a fool not to shove it and advocate for holistic mental
Absolutely.
health. As opposed, and I'm not saying drumming works for everybody.
Yeah, sure.
But
Absolutely.
I am saying bilateral correspondence in some way is advantageous for everybody, because drumming is not the only answer to bilateral. It's the most high, but not the only.
Yeah. What other forms of therapy, like when you talk about bilateral, like what other? Is there string instruments?
There's bilateral melodic sound intervention, right, is a thing, right? Bilateral water treatment is a thing that Texas is like, what the fuck is that?
Well, I was just about to ask you, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I can't give it to y'all because I really don't know too much about it, because it's not my scope.
I gotta look that up later, man. Bilateral water training.
I pictured waterboarding. I know it's not that, but that's where my head went.
It is. It's very Oriental.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Oriental. Yeah, man. There's different kinds for sure, but I'm with the rhythmic team all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
So are there other individuals that have the same practices with y'all, or do you like collaborate with other people to see what they're doing as well, or are you just totally on your own?
I work independently, solo dolo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do collaborative things with other mental health correspondents. Like I have tons of friends that do yoga stuff and do Reiki things, and do, like, my wife does EMDR things, and so I swear bound I will never do a partnership with EMDR except for her, because I feel like I'm cheating.
Yeah.
But my wife just started a breathwork training, or a breathwork class, where she does very specific breathwork, and it's hard, right? And so I did all the sound backing for that because of my music my music production training and all that, right? Yeah, and so that's been a really cool project. But man, more than anything, I love speaking in public and educating on these things and giving enlightenment. I think that's super cool. But,
yeah, I think it's awesome, man. That's probably the reason why we wanted to have you on the show, dude. You know, like figuring out kind of what your background was, and be like, all right, like this could be an interesting story to tell. Yeah. And also, we've been focusing, with our show, especially here lately, like our local community. So East Texas region is like, okay, who's interesting and who's doing good stuff for the community, Yeah. And you came across our desk, man. And I was like, yeah, let's talk to this guy, man. Yeah.
Tim Bryant, you're next.
Yeah. I'm supposed to talk to him tomorrow.
That's my guy. I love me some Tim Bryant.
Yeah, we're going to try to promote his new book.
Yeah.
I got like a hair in my throat, man. I can't get it out. That's why I keep drinking this water. But yeah, he just got a book that just came out, so
yeah,
we're going to talk about that. But he works at a Hooligan?
Hooligan, yeah. I started there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when Hooligan first opened, I was one of their first people. Ginger's a good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. She's the owner of it?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go, man.
Cool people,
dude, it's almost like we're a community. Let's see how that works.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
All the romanticism in the world. Yeah, it was almost bromantic.
Yeah. So, when you look back over your career, what's a success story that just stands out for you? There's got to be at least one, right?
I mean, there's dozens. My most told one, which I really love telling this story. Do you guys know what a paradiddle is?
No.
Okay, you're going to learn today. Right. So a paradiddle is I'm going to fluff it up. It's really not all that. A paradiddle is an ancient drum rudiment stimulated and formed by the Caucasus Mountain in 1842. It was then transcended over in the Asian... I'm lying.
I was like, all right, we're going down a rabbit hole right now. I was like, I'm just going to sit here and be quiet for like 2 seconds.
However, the paradiddle is very significant to drumming culture and drummers in its entirety. And it's a drum rudiment that goes right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right.
Okay.
And so I was doing the call and response of a paradiddle in the last 2-day seminar of a conference for the gifted and talented program at a place called Region 7, which is in Kilgore, Texas, which is kind of like the epicenter of training and education in East Texas. Mm-hmm. And so it was, I think it was about 300 kids each day that I would teach and run through this music therapy program exercise, right? But on that second day, on the last day, we would say, pair, ra, diddle, pair, ra, diddle. And then they would drum. They would go, pair, ra, diddle. Right? We would do 2
It's like a small army, man.
Yeah. And the last second when it was done, we were dying down, I was packing up, this kid goes, man, that shit felt so good. And the teachers are looking around.
Now, how old is the kid, do you think?
Oh, that kid was like 8.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that kid was like 8.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, he was like 8, dude. It was super cool. And the kid was looking around. Teachers were looking. The kid was like, oh my God, I hope nobody heard me.
Yeah.
And the teachers were like looking around like, man, I hope nobody hurt this kid because I ain't gonna say nothing to this kid because that was therapeutic for this kid.
Yeah.
And then the teachers looked at me and said, that was something that they will take and they will talk about for the rest of this year. I'm gonna give you the second story. The second story is my first experience. First of all, I got the invitation to do trauma training and give a trauma presentation in one of my packages called The Pulse of Healing at a women's conference. And for me to be able to be vetted with all of the safety and all of the energy to be appropriate for a women's conference.
Yeah, that's a tall order, man.
Right? Now, here's what's super cool about that is mainly who I speak in front of.
Oh, really?
Really? Damn.
Yeah. I'm talking like I think I've done like 900 at one time. As little as like 150.
Yeah. So when it gets into like public speaking and stuff, because I know that's something you're very adamant about and you have a passion for, do you ever get nervous?
No.
Really? You just go out there like stone cold steel? Oh gosh, dude, I'd be having a panic attack if I saw 900 people out there. I'd be like,
I think through it, there's been a season of me getting better.
Yeah.
And just perfecting the craft, right? Just starting small and then getting my feet wet, but not now.
Because I do a little bit of stand-up comedy as a hobby, man.
Yeah, that's a different beast, though.
Yeah.
That's so different.
Because you're getting a reaction out of people.
Because your whole entire existence is you visibly having that interaction, right? Yeah.
But I gave a few speeches like when I was in the military and stuff, and a few hundred people at a time, nothing too crazy, and it didn't even hold a candle to performing stand up in front of 25 people.
Right.
Like, I will take a narrative format, like written out speech, and I will talk in front of 250 people. Yeah, I'll be a little nervous, but I'll be all right. I'll get through it.
Sure.
Any day over 5 minutes of stand-up comedy in front of like 50 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can tell you right now that stand-up comedy is going to be brutal.
It's bad. It's bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And especially if you start bombing.
Yeah.
That's the most humbling experience you'll ever have. I can tell you that. You should come out to one of the comedy shows one day, man.
Okay. Where is that?
You should do it. I think our next one's November 14th. It's going to be at Mount Enterprise.
Okay, yeah.
Yellow Rose Canyon. I'll send you a flyer, man.
Okay, do that.
Once we get it made.
Yeah.
We still have a couple weeks. We only started advertising about 2 weeks out, so.
Yeah, do that.
I say we, but it's a buddy of ours that runs a comedy production company.
Mount Enterprise is about an hour from Tyler,
Yeah, you'll like it, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah. They're all like really chill people. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, man. But no, it's been a cool journey, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt, man. It's a very interesting story too. So where do you see the future going? What you do, man?
I have no clue, dude.
I love you so much, Casey. Yeah. Like, you're just playing it. You're just like, the grace of God, whatever happens, that's going to happen.
My ultimate... I think anytime I try to come up with exact goals, I don't think they ever really happen like that. Not really. I mean, I think I get in the proximity, right? And so overall, I think my goals are to be international with speaking. Yeah. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Sounds like a good time, man. Hanging out in England or Italy.
Japan somewhere. Dude, I think that would be fantastic. And I know that will happen.
Yeah, for sure. If you're already doing national stuff, I mean, that's...
Yeah, that's the next step, right? However, past that, like, I don't really know. I have no clue. I know that... and this is an honest answer to a question that you have not asked me, but I do know that at some point in time, it looks like weeding out my calendar and my schedule because progression just looks like that, right? Yeah. So whatever that needs to look like, and always allowing myself to not feel remorse about telling people no. Yeah. In the process of growth. And that also aligns with my mental health and my wife's mental health, because if I'm not able to serve her and be with her and be her best friend, I'm going to be an unhappy dude.
For sure.
Yeah. Because she's going to be an unhappy wife, right?
For sure. So, when they say happy wife, happy life, right? Like,
well,
it's pretty...
not really. And I don't want to advocate for that statement because it shouldn't be. It's not, like, Christ is not, it's not supposed to be that way, right? Yeah. But yeah, man, that's it. That's the goal. That's one of the goals, is to be internationally speaking. How it happens, I don't know. Who it goes through, I don't know. The timing of it happening, I don't know that I really care. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're only 38.
I mean, at this point, it seems like it's probably eventually just going to happen anyway. So,
right.
When the time comes, you'll be ready to go.
And so, and the reason being is because what I found is if you rush things like that, you're not ready when they happen. Yeah. And you end up backtracking years because you have to go back and do some other things. That sucks. Yeah. Yeah. So.
For sure. Yeah. There's nothing worse than like watching someone who's not at a certain level trying to fight to be at that level. Like where it's like you're not in this league right now, man.
Well,
stay where you're at for a minute. Get good at what you're doing.
Simplest thing is I watched another interview and asked the question to a hip hop freestyle artist and say, "How did you learn how to freestyle?" And he said, "First of all, I had to commit to the idea of sucking before I got good." Yeah. First of all, in life, you need to commit to the idea of not being good before you get there. And understand that you're not there yet. And understand that there's still things you need to work at, right? Like, it's kind of like even... You can think about working with the neurodivergent population in school districts that serve specifically special needs kids. If you're not ready to do that, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you don't have the skill set, right?
Sure.
Like that's one of the things that I had to acknowledge about my journey is they're asking, let me take some time first. Right.
And, it was like one thing I noticed, like when I was going to college, which granted, for the most part, it's young adults there, between the ages of 18 and 25. And I was a little older when I was going, but I met a lot of people that were doing, speech pathology, or they were becoming teachers, or they were focusing on like special needs, whatever it may be. But I met a lot of them where I was just like, oh, you should not be doing this. Like, you need to go live life a little bit and develop an appreciation for some things, And then there were some that were just great where I was like, oh, you're wholehearted into it. And most of the people that I thought would be great at things like that either were raised by people who did it, or they had a family member that was affected by it. Yeah. So they had like a personal connection to it.
Yeah. But then also with the personal connection is we need to not let that personal connection rule how we move through those businesses and those careers, right? Because those can be emotionally damaging and allow us to be emotionally drained and hit that brick wall what is it? Just fatigue.
Yeah, oh yeah. Burnout.
Burnout.
Yeah.
We reach burnout so quickly. So be weary of entering in a field because you went through it, or you know someone, or your family went through it, right? Yeah.
Damn, you got words of wisdom for days, man. Like I'm telling you.
Crowned and called. That's why I do it. It just flows, dude. It flows like water.
With like all the technology that's out, have you ever thought about being able to teach what you do like virtually, as far as like leading groups online?
Yeah, I do. I don't like it as much.
I wouldn't think so.
But I do. Mm-hmm. I do it well. I don't enjoy it as much, right? Like I get done and I'm like, I don't even know that they like that.
Yeah. But I guess from the positive end, you could at least reach more people that way.
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool. I have to prepare my mentality, and my posture's got to be different.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing, right? It's just like, the way I point at things has to be different, and so it's almost draining because I almost have to not do anything else for the whole month before I do an online presentation, because it takes that much of redirection of my posture and what I think.
You're focused on other things than versus if you were just there in person.
Yeah, because if I was in person, I could just pick on somebody.
Yeah.
I could just point somebody out, right? But I don't have those interactions, right? And so it's just very different, right? Yeah. I don't have people saying "rah, dude." Right? I don't have people saying red, orange, blue, green. I don't have people breathing to where I can hear them. I can conduct them through it, but I can't hear their breathing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, I want to come to one of your sessions. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it sounds really cool, man.
they're fly, dude.
Yeah, no doubt.
All the belief in myself is existing. They're fly. I like my sessions. They're good. Yeah.
Dude,
what I really like about them is when I enter, the cadence that I typically speak in when I first start is very indicative of who I'm speaking to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, man, it's so cool. Like I don't know, like, 'cause you never really see a lot of music being integrated into therapy. You know, and I think
gonna see it again.
Yeah.
At least not in Texas. I mean, I am. Like I am. I think I am. I think I'm the only specifically cognitive music therapist. There are other music therapists. I know one specifically, but I don't want to say I'm the only music therapist, but I'm the only one who specifically focuses on cognitive restoration.
Yeah. And the thing
if
is,
I'm not, get at me. Let's have a conversation.
Comment section.
Yeah, let's have a conversation. I want that, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of crazy, too, if you look just from, to speak on like an evolutionary standpoint, like music is so important, to just human culture in general, where we came from, like in every single aspect.
Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas is
You. And then the fact
coming up,
it's coming up.
And then the fact that it's doesn't really seem to be all that integrated into any type of therapy, like, it's kind of insane if you think about it. I
mean, that's why I'm here. I've thought about
it.
I don't know what you're telling me for.
This is a one-man army over here, dude.
What you're telling me for? I got it. It's locked down. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. You are absolutely right. If you can imagine, right, some of the cool responses I get from my partnerships with school districts is test scores improve.
Oh, wow. Really?
Because focus level is high.
Because they're probably not stressed out, freaking out, dealing with their issues and stuff.
Because they learn how to manage, right? Because they learn how to problem solve, because they learn how to compartmentalize the things that they can do right now and handle the next thing in the next moment, right? So, man, it's super cool because two of the cool things that I get to do is non-therapy included is I get a chance to do drumline instruction for 2 drum lines in Tyler, Texas.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. But I still involve therapy because it's who I do. It's what I do, right? But I get a chance to take these drummers, these young drummers. I'm talking like this is elementary school, right? Like elementary and junior high, but mostly elementary school at this point, right? And teach them the basics and the mentality to get better from the basics. Like I'll do this, right? I'll do this pattern. understand. Let's walk through it. I'll show you. So then we'll tap a metronome out. Right? That's whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I'll do it at the same time that they're trying to do it, and I'll say, let's learn the math. And so we'll go back and we'll learn the math counting in our head, right? And by learning the math counting, that is the basics of learning left brain, right? Mm-hmm. Or left brain, right? Depending on how you're looking at me, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, a month after doing that with me, their test scores are better. Their focus level is better because their emotional regulation is better. And then they'll go home and they'll tell their parents, and they are more adept to communicate with their parents so much more effectively about how they feel.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming, man.
But
like,
yeah, now that you explain it, it does make perfect sense.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you would never think about that.
Yeah, but you also have to know how it's involved with them, right? And you have to consider those things, right? Like even with a kid that's got ADD, how you teach one kid that's got ADD in a room full of kids that don't?
Yeah.
You don't know. I do. I got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nah, dude. In school districts, in school settings, right? So I have a partnership with the Fine Arts School in Tyler, Texas.
Mm.
I have 2 partnerships with schools that are not fine arts in Tyler, Texas, right? And then I do specifically a special needs school in Tyler, Texas, right?
Yeah.
And then I do a bunch of daycares. And then I do Alzheimer's Alliance.
Dude, how do you have
time?
The time, man.
It really is just as much time as what it would take to work a full-time job.
Standpipe coffee.
Listen, shout out to the 1884. I think that's the name. It's a shot of espresso, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I have to specify. Coca-Cola, not the other one. Coke.
Not the old recipe.
Yeah. The new recipe of Coca-Cola. And a little bit of froth cream. Go get that for you adventurous people who like coffee. I promise you it'll change your life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And check it out. You don't even have to go to Standpipe. I'm sorry, Standpipe. I'm steering people away. But if you're in Tyler, Texas, you can go to Big Shots, or you can go to Foundry Coffee, or you can go to Crema.
I've heard Foundry Coffee is really good.
Don't go to Crema. I'm sorry, they don't have it. Or you can go to, I don't know. And if you're in Longview, you can go to Silver Grizzly Espresso. They got it at Silver Grizzly Espresso. Yeah, man.
I've heard the Foundry in Tyler is really good.
It's fire, man. That's my office.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's my office. When I'm, because most of my schools are around that general location. So I'll be sitting at the laptop, go to that school, then I go home. Yeah, that's my mobile office.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Foundry's nice. I'm trying to think of that other one that I really like, too. I really like Big Shots. Big Shots is super cool. They know me by name. I got a Casey Cortado.
Yeah.
Yeah. They ain't put it on the menu yet. What y'all doing?
They're working on it.
Dude, that's been like our hour, man. You got anything else for Casey, man?
Not that I can think of.
No?
Cool, man.
Dude, Casey, you're doing great stuff for the community, man. Keep it up. Anytime you want to come back on the show, if you have anything going on, anything you want to promote, whatever it may be, man, you're always a friend of our show. You're more than welcome. Our studios are always open to you, man.
Well, I can get y'all to promote the next Crown and Call. We can get that on here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Also, we can have my wife on here. That'd be cool.
Yes,
yeah,
that would
yeah,
be cool.
Well, why not just message me, man, and we'll get it all set up. And even if you guys don't come on the show, you need us to promote stuff, man. Like just because it is doing such good stuff for the community, we'll throw it in other shows that we do and stuff. Even if we're talking some crazy comedians, we'll be like, hey, hold on for 2 seconds. Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah. And if you want, like, we'll probably make like a 30-second commercial. It'll be just Moses and I just talking, normal stuff and just advertising. We can throw it in our episode, man, too.
Fire, dude.
Yeah.
Fire.
Get the people out there, man. Dude, thank you so much for doing it, man.
Yeah. Thank you for having me out, dude.
You're really out there doing like the Lord's work, man. It's freaking awesome to see, man.
Yes. And I say that because he gave it to me and I just use it for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah, and it's not anything I take lightly. It's a fun journey. It's a super fun journey. But it is with all the reverence in the world of the gifts that He's given me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, brother. Well, let's get your wife on, man. See you guys.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Some other time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.